How to make money online and quit your job. Is this even still possible? Are people able to do this? Is this even still a thing? Well, I'm gonna let you know that it is, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it. Let's go. So the first thing that I'm going to share with you is the number one thing that you need to do where you're actually able to make money online. I'm going to share that with you. Number two, I'm going to give you tons of ideas that are working now. Number three, I'm going to share with you all of the hidden traps and pitfalls that people fall into where they lose a bunch of money. I'm going to tell you all of that so that you can avoid it and not let that happen to you. And then I'm gonna give you a surprise way to make money that no one is talking about. So when we're talking about making money online so that you can quit your job, the first thing that you gotta know is there are a ton of options. So you gotta kind of decide, what is it that best fits you? What is it that you want to do? Are you gonna try to create your own product and sell it online? Or are you going to sell someone else's product? That is probably the first question that you need to answer. And I'm gonna help you out with that because it could be very difficult. And many people are like, well, what do you mean? So let's kind of talk about it. There are physical products that you can sell. You can sell plates that you made and curtains and sweaters and t-shirts and things that you make, okay? You can take products and you can make them, and there's tons of places to sell them like Etsy and Amazon and your own website and eBay. Tons of places you can sell your physical product if that's what you want to do. Then we have what's called digital products, where you made up a course, for example, or you wrote a book, or you put together something that teaches someone something, okay? These are digital courses, digital products. You can make products where you just send them to them electronically, videos or things like that, okay? So those are your digital products. So those are kind of the questions now. So now you know there's physical products and there's digital products. That's the first thing you need to answer. Which one are you gonna be? Are you physical or are you digital? And then once you decide physical or digital, then again, same question, your digital product or someone else's digital product, or your physical product or someone else's physical product. It's the same thing. You kind of need to decide. And so let's talk about where you would find someone else's product, because that's probably the easiest. So here's some ideas on how you can find other people's products to sell online, all right? There's a ton of websites, and this is the easiest one. It's called ClickBank. You literally can go into ClickBank and search and shop for products, digital products that other people have made, and then you can sell them. You can email and sell them to your friends. You can go through affiliate marketing programs and figure out how to sell them that way, and you start making a commission. And it's super easy to do it. It is actually one of my streams of income. I'd never tell you guys to do anything that I don't actually do. And so this is definitely something that I do and that I make money with. I do sell other people's things, although I mostly sell my products, and literally you could go into and find my products and sell them if you wanted to, and I would pay you a commission. But again, there's tons of people that already have digital products that they have created that you can go into ClickBank and become an affiliate and start selling those products online. And it's super easy, and it is a great way to start making money. Another thing that you can do with physical products, all right? With physical products, those are digital products. So how do you find other people's physical products to sell? This is awesome. This is something that I did for many, many years and made a ton of money. I mean, like $500,000. I would sell products that were not mine, and then I could put my own label on them, all right? So they're called private label products, all right? So if you wanted to make a lotion, for example, you could go to a site called Alibaba or even Amazon. They both have private label products where you could resell them. They basically would give you the license. You could create your own name for the product. You can create your own logo and make it your own. And you don't have to create it from the beginning. And it's super easy, and it's a very inexpensive way to have your own physical product and get going. And now I am into my fun one, because this has to do, you know me, I'm Noelle Randall. I'm a real estate entrepreneur, mentor, mom of 5. I make tons of money in real estate, and I always tell you guys to do the same. And you can flip houses online, all right? I have a ton of videos. I won't get into this whole big long thing, but I'm gonna tell you how. It's a thing called co-wholesaling or virtual wholesaling. And it's basically where you are always, the whole thing is totally done online. You don't actually have to go out and do anything. You really can do this from your computer and have this business be completely online. And basically what you do is you find people with property problems, you get them under contract for one price, and then you market that contract, that house, online to other people at a higher price. All right. Again, this is, if you haven't heard of this before, it probably just blew your mind. Again, I'm going to put a link in the description box this way, so that you can click and watch that whole video so you can learn about that whole business. It's super easy to start. I have students that are making 6 figures in this business in the first year, and it is something that you can do from home. And that is an amazing way to get into real estate while basically having an online business. The next thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to set up your business, okay? And this is actually very easy, but it's going to be some things that you're going to have to do both online and offline. And it's super easy. You're going to need to set your business up. You're going to have to get a business license, either get an LLC or corporate or a DBA. You're going to have to get your business registered with the state to be considered a legitimate business. Now, again, some people do not do this in the beginning. They wait, a few months before they get their license and they get registered. I suggest doing it as soon as possible. If you can do it now, do it now. But if you have to start in your business and then do it, that's fine too. But the recommended way, of course, is go ahead and get that business license. That way you can get a business checking account. You can get that EIN number. You can get your email. You want to get a website, so you got to get a domain. What are you naming your business? Whatever it is, get the domain name to match it. And you can search for free on Google Domains or GoDaddy or Epic. There's a few websites where you can buy domains and then make you a website. And I'm telling you, this is actually very important. The phone number, the email, the website, because we are in a world where people are going to look you up. They are going to Google you, whether they see you in person or whether they find you online. They are going to look online and Google you. So you need to make sure that you can be found and that you are a legitimate business, and you actually want to point people to that so that you can stand out from all of the other dabblers, people that are just dabbling and doing something, really quickly. But if you set up your business, you let your customers know you are committed to this. And a lot of times they don't even know how long you've been in business. If you go ahead and you set this stuff up, you'll look credible from day one. Now you want to get educated. You've set the business up, you're ready to go, but do not stop learning. Get yourself educated. Whatever business that you are going to get into, you need to get obsessed with learning about that business. I'm sure this is a great start being on my channel, and you are on YouTube and you're in the university, as we jokingly say, YouTube University. I am also a graduate of YouTube University. I definitely use YouTube to get good information. However, you want to be very selective about who you are listening to, okay? This is not a plug for Noelle Randall's channel, but at the same time, if you are listening to me, you don't want to listen to me and take the way that I do things and then also listen to this guy and that lady and this guy and that, and then start jumbling it all together. You want to get yourself educated in the topic that you want to learn and start listening to just a few people, probably no more than 2 or 3. You really don't want to confuse yourself and start taking different people's advice and different people's pieces, because we all have our own success story and we all have a way of doing it. And if you start listening to all different types of people, where Noelle will tell you, get business credit, get a business line of credit, you might be listening to this other guy who's like, no, never get debt. That's the worst thing. And I'm like, no, debt is good for your business. Don't use it necessarily yet. You're going to use it to leverage. You're going to use it to make sure you have money for your business. And if you're listening to someone that's giving you conflicting information, you're going to be stuck. You're not going to move forward. And I don't want that for you, because whoever you are listening to, whoever you decide, it will work. I'm just being honest with you. If you're committed to this and this is what you're going to do, you will be successful. I know it. I've helped so many people, but you have to make a decision and you have to start listening to and getting educated in one way. You don't want to just start mixing all of people's different recipes. It's like baking a cake. We all have our recipe. And if you start taking different people's ingredients, your cake is going to taste awful. And last but not least, you need to just start. Go ahead and launch your business. That is what the key for everybody that is successful, okay? Here is the quote that I need you to learn, have it embedded. I swear to God, I probably would have this tattooed. You do not have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. So again, this is not about being pretty. Whatever you first do is not gonna be great. Just look at, my old YouTube videos. They were grainy and, it wasn't this great big production in the studio and the lights and all of these things. The team that comes in here and helps me make these videos, that's not where I started. And you don't have to start there either. Do not look at where people are that are years and years ahead of you. Just start. You will be successful, I promise you, if you just start and go and stay committed and you don't quit. That is the difference. So I commend you all so much for watching this video because this is the beginning. So go ahead and go to noellsfreetraining.com. I have created an entire training just for you, completely free. It's a little bit longer, obviously. It's nearly an hour long, but it is a full training. It will help you so much, and I want you to go ahead and take advantage of that. Make sure you also subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of the content, because I want you to be successful to your success. Come on.